Doping! Very bad, very, very, very bad. Do you think people are using doping in MTB?
Mr. CG.
Hello, my name is CG. Yep, you're right.
And I was wondering about something. The other day I was searching on the internet on how to, clearly how to dope.
To dope? Nah, dope.
How to enhance performance in a cross-country race or under
Make yourself
race.
better, basically.
And what struck me...
Legally or...
Well, either way, the thing is about road cycling, you find everything, but it seems like mountain biking, the only dope you can find is people are drinking Red Bull.
Chaudière, we call this super chaudière. Yeah, if you listen to me, maybe you're one of those. Yes, it is doping in mountain bike or biking in general, for sure.
But a little more than Red Bull. But first, let's talk about legal doping, meaning, okay, you're injured.
Yeah.
And what can you do?
Of course, EPO. This is legal. Well, it happened to me, and I was quite injured for a little bit, 3 or 4 years ago. And I remember I wanted to get back on the bike as quick as possible, but being super not eating bad stuff or grease or whatever, and I had a special diet, and it definitely make a difference. For me, this is free doping. Eating clean, eating good, and I had a lady who take care of me. And she basically gave everything I need to eat every day to get back on my feet when I was laid down in hospital as quick as possible, but growing but not growing weight the wrong way, and it definitely worked. I've been clean, not eating dirty stuff, and drinking properly. Obviously in the hospital you cannot drink wine and beers, then that was easy. But it definitely made the difference. And I think I learned this a long time ago with Christoph Sauser. I was in the team with him when I was on the Cannondale team. And he was eating some crazy stuff. I was thinking the thing he was eating in the supermarket was there for decoration, but not. It was vegetables. Vegetables would look like a dildo. The deal was, you take care of the food, and I will eat it. And I don't have a shame to say it, I felt a lot better. I felt a lot more awake. I felt a lot more strong, a lot more fit, and all of a sudden it was just not because I wake up in a good mood. No, it was just the habit of eating good with him, and he always told me this is free power. He was definitely right, because I felt a lot better. My result was getting better. I was less tired. I was a lot more... Basically, I felt like every time I wake up and I eat what I eat, I felt a lot more awake right away. Like I drink like 2 or 3 coffee instead of eating cereals and all the sugar thing. And felt a lot better. This is, for me, free doping.
You crash in practice, you're in the World Cup or EWS, whatever. You go to the hospital, you get an injection of what?
Injection? Well, first of all, for me, I don't get any medicine. The only medicine I get is maybe Advil or something like this after a really big night out for the morning to make sure my head don't fall out.
Superman. Let's talk about normal people.
Normal people. Well, I don't go too often in hospital, but lately when I had to go is because I was really done. I think they give you all the medicine to get rid of the pain. But
morphine straight away.
Yeah, morphine depends if you lay down and you're unconscious, and you don't feel your body, or your body is so broken and you want to cry, In those EWS, we don't even have doping control. We had, I think, 1 or 2 in the last couple of years, then basically everyone can do everything they want. They can do everything they want during the season, but where I think it's the most important, that's where what they do during the winter. Because in the winter it's basically top fuel. You can do what you want.
Yeah.
Who cares? Like, who is going to control you? When we was racing for the UCI, I think, for downhill for me or for cross, since I'm a kid, I think since I'm 16 years old, I've been chased all around the world and doing every 3 months doping, and they have all your hematocrit all the way to, I think I stopped last year because I'm not racing UCI anymore, but they track you all those years to see your evolution, if you've been cheating or not, if your hematocrit move more than how many points, I don't know, that's not normal. And and that's where I think it's tricky. It's like every sport, I guess, everything is taboo about doping, but...
Because basically you want to get rid of, not be tired.
Yeah, so that helps.
So you got some products for that.
Yeah.
It's like cortisone is the most famous one.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Everything kind of painkiller or whatever.
Just smoking. So I remember when we was racing down and smoking weed was definitely prohibited. If you get cut on the doping control with marijuana in your blood, you're disqualified, you lose your win, you lose everything basically. It's as bad as taking cortisone or EPO or whatever it is, or super muscle or whatever it is. Then that's strange, because I don't think it make you even smarter. But some people, they say calm you down and you're a lot more relaxed and you just ride smooth, and well, maybe.
I've seen some riders smoking weed before World Cup or World Champ runs.
No, I don't.
No, you were not racing anymore. So.
Hey, I have a lot of things really bad about me, but the only thing I do is drinking. Very good.
No, but what people don't know about you is that you have so much energy. It's
ADD.
It's even a problem. You just jump around all the time, right?
Yeah, and I'm 38 years old. Can you imagine when I was 18? I think my dad put me riding my bikes like this because he wanted to get rid of me because I was destroying the house or the garden.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the natural dope that you have inside you that normal people like us don't have, and it's more of a matter of calming you down than the opposite.
Testosterone.
It depends on the kind of riding you do, because of course downhill is not the same than cross country or enduro.
Yeah, enduro, cross country, all the sports are so different for sure.
And for downhill, you're more. It's not only about strength, but also you need to be quick. You need the vision to be perfect, and you got some stuff to help for that.
Yep, and I have something I remember now. You tell me, when I was young, not a long time ago, actually a long time ago, we was in Léger. We was at the table, and people who watched the video, who was in the team with me, will probably remember. I know one who remember. He was the owner of the team. We was eating in Léger, and one guy from the team had a bucket on the table, and I was like, "Wow, what is it? Oh, maybe supplement for food, And I remember my friend, who stopped riding now a long time, really good mate, and we was eating, and I was like, "What is this? It's like super powder or sugar or something." And after we find out that this powder was used to multiply, I think is to for you to be more focused by 30%. I didn't know this exists.
Yeah, it does. Even to study.
And I was telling my friend, I'm like, can you imagine if we take this, dude? My eyes would be straight to the lens. There's no way. And we was making jokes, but we was thinking it was stupid. But that person was pretty clever. And that person is pretty well known into mountain biking. Yep, I will never say the name, but I think people will figure out.
Let's talk straight away about the drug that can make you do things that you think impossible. Would definitely be cocaine.
Oh, for sure. Like for DH, for sure, cocaine, because I think cocaine give you you think you basically the man, you powerful, you're not afraid about anyone, but yeah, it would be definitely the right drug.
Now, if I want to get into enduro or cross country,
They don't take any drugs.
is it the same like road cycling?
I don't know.
Stuff?
Well, listen, like road cycling, they go for 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours. Cross country, they go for an hour, 45 or 50 minutes, flat out. Then it cannot be exactly the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. They have a lot of doping control. They never get anyone.
That's a different story.
That's why. Like, I don't know. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe they're just super strong. But definitely, they're a lot stronger than me.
What about mechanical doping?
Oh, mechanical doping. That's another story. I heard an Italian guy made some wheels. They cost one wheel 250,000 euros. They're made with magnets or something.
Yeah.
And if you look at the people who can afford this, or the team, it's not many teams. Then it's probably 2 or 3 teams. Then I want to know, who is this guy? It cannot be the tall guy who ran and go as fast as the other guy in Van 2, because he proves that he can run as fast as the other guys.
The guy sitting down,
Yeah.
He's pedaling twice as fast.
Yeah, the guy who looked like his bike is way too small and his legs are way too long, and but it is like we cut some people as well, like into cyclocross. That lady, we had a push button to have a system to go faster, electric battery or something, and she said like, "Oh, I didn't know." But you need to press a button, right? Yeah. And now she don't know. What is this button for? Woo! Power boost! Oh, sorry, I did a pussy fart. Woo!
But for sure, even races like Mega Avalanche, now they have a e-bike.
That's doping. Electric is doping.
But e-bike for such a difficult race, that sounds. That's where I'm gonna end up, definitely.
I'm going to end up too. Into sooner or later. I'm not your age yet, but I will. Sooner or later, when the bike will be a lot lighter, I will definitely give it a go. Okay. But that's legal doping.
Let's talk about one minute about this type of amateur races, because you got the pros, you got the controls, blah blah, but there is an entire population of people who have nothing to gain but just something glory for themselves, for others, for I don't know what.
Yeah.
And
keep his wife.
Yeah.
To make sure she don't sleep with someone else.
And that's where the real doping occurs, I think.
I heard a lot of story about this. That's in the lower level. That's where people are ready. That's what we call top fuel.
Yeah.
People don't care. They can, if you tell them a little bit of this and a little bit of that with nitroglycerin and a little of that, you will drink in the morning and you smoke weed and get a snooze in your mouth and drink 15 coffee and you will win for sure. People will do it. It's ridiculous how people will be ready to do something really fucked up just to be someone.
If you do it maybe 3-4 times a year, I don't think it has so much effect on your body.
It's not worse than drinking.
Yeah, it's not.
I guess.
But if it becomes a habit, and especially from a young age, with the pressure now, with the youngsters, and they have access to
internet.
On the internet, you can buy the stuff. Before it was you need to go to a gym, people, blah blah. You look at the big burly guys,
and you're like, hey, can I talk to you? Yeah.
Now you just order it online.
Now you go like, Jackie and Michel. No, this one. No, for sure. They can go on internet and get probably everything they need. Like we go on internet to get bike parts and everything. But for sure, like it's the kind of stuff I don't really want to know. But I will say it is definitely some people who take the chance. I'm sure people are ready. It's all about competition in life, and I think people are ready to do the big mistake to do it for sure. For sure, people don't think twice for this kind of stuff just for a little moment of glory.
Yeah,
I mean, people do it for work already to be performing in Wall Street and all this. Why don't we do it for sport? If you, I mean, let's take it that way.
I heard some rider last year who crashed in practice because he tried the new stuff and he couldn't see anything.
Last year here, racing in one World Cup.
No. It was a mega avalanche.
No way. I was thinking those. Yeah, but like we say, those kind of races are more mass races. I love this interview. I want to know more. I'm like a kid now. Woo! Oh yeah, but.
So okay, now you try a new thing. It's supposed to make you faster or not tired anymore. And then
What did he do? He shit himself.
Well, he said supposedly he couldn't see anything and he just crashed hard and he was done for the.
Well, if he wanted to have that feeling, he just asked me, and we could go out the night before, and he will not see something for a good reason. We have a big headache.
I don't know. Let's see. Maybe some others just stories, some are true. That's also you have to. But what you hear sometimes is just so crazy what people can take. And remember even what was called the pot belge.
Oh, pot belge! I always heard about this when I was a kid because.
What was inside that thing? Heroin.
Okay, I tried to figure out because I'm like, if that thing it's that crazy, if one day I go to Ibiza for partying, maybe I will need one of those because I want to go all night long and don't feel. Because every time I go out in Ibiza, I party by 3, I'm like, I drink that energy drink with a little bit of booze, drink it, I feel better in 10 minutes, I'm all back in the game, and I see everyone around me like, woo, 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 tiki, 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 pam, 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 women's, guys, everyone is like crazy. And I'm like up and down, I'm going to die, I want to go home, I'm sleeping, but you don't want to leave the night and the party and you drink, you go back in the game again, and those people, they flat out for 3 days. They probably use pot belge.
Le pot belge, well, yeah, that's, I don't even know what was inside of it.
That's probably speed.
They were mixing everything possible to just all in one. But there's something I tried that's crazy. You were talking about the energy drink, but there's the pre-workout powder. It's like Red Bull, but for working out. And that thing, you drink it, and you want to bite someone. Really, that has nothing to do.
What is it? I'm online right now. I want to check it out.
Pre-workout something.
You don't mistake this with poppers?
No, that's real Red Bull. Red Bull is it doesn't work. But that thing, it's supposedly the real thing. And
it sends you to the moon.
It sends you to the moon. You really want to.
Well, you tried this with your wife or something. You send it to the moon.
Well, let's leave it at that, right? Some kids are watching.
Okay, sorry.
So what else about doping? What you have after you've done doping yourself, after you've done doping your bike. What about doping the course? Do you have, of course, the French line? Supposedly French guys are supposed to...
I know a couple of people who are good at cutting courses.
But did you even see people like get caught at night changing the course or taking out rocks or the routes?
We had one guy in the French team. Oh man, it was funny. I was really young. He was on the French team and he loved walking the trail at night and just move rocks or cutting. Those little stump like this you don't like, they're usually orange on the World Cup track, to make sure visually you see them. He was cutting them, or he was the roots, slippery roots. He was making some gash or some cut into the roots to have more grip. He was doing this at night. He was going with the light. It was awesome because next day you go to the track, you're like, oh, I need to watch out that rock. I need to watch out that big stump after that left corner. Be careful, those right and left. At the end, you have a slippy route. You go next day on the track, like, woo! Where is that big rock? It's all gone. And it was hilarious because before we didn't have all those cameras, you know, to record. You need to remember right away. Then on the first run, you try to remember the track first, and you go for your first run to make sure you don't lose one run, you know. And it was amazing. All of a sudden, it looked like someone concrete the track. Oh, it was amazing. And I was always trying to figure out who it was, and I find out he was in the French team. Another bad reputation for French people.
Doping the course.
French lines.
If you look at the track record of guys who really take a lot of stuff, there's a lot of cancer, there's a lot of young death. Look at the guys from even the Tour de France and all. So it's good when you're young, when you don't think.
Yeah. Well, I don't think some of the people don't have the choice. I think the team tells them what to do, and you say yes or you're out.
Yeah, I understand. Like they don't all have talent. So
that's what we say from before. It's all about the glory. Some people will take any chance. And some people will think twice and be like, hey, I don't really want that, and I'm just going to ride or do this sport for fun. But but so far I think we're pretty good in mountain biking though, because they cut a lot of people in other sport like road cycling and stuff, but into MTB, or either we have doping test, or we don't have any, or people are just strong. That's Cedric being a good support now.
And the mystery of the off-season, definitely.
And the mystery of the off-season, you know, like hiding somewhere.
Well, at least you open the debate because nobody talks about this topic. So maybe...
But something I want to say, when I was a kid, I was doing road biking. And I liked it. I was doing BMX and road biking. BMX, I liked it because it was all about, you know, fight and 8 people at the gate, like just like warrior and jumps. And I started to do some road cycling, just a little bit. I was 11 or 12. It's not too long. It's like a sprint almost. And every lap, I liked it because it was like a bell. And it means like for that lap, you need to pass the finish. Then you can win one of this or one of this or one of this. You didn't know, 50 French francs something. And I think that was really cool. And I really get into it because I was not really good. I was staying in the wheel, but in the sprints, man, I was the king because I was racing BMX and I could jump the curve with my road bike, and it was pretty awesome. And my dad was bringing me and he was laughing because, you know, I was taking some relay, but when I heard the bell, all of a sudden, I was looking around, I was like, whoa, the game is on. Because if not, that's pretty boring. You know, you're chasing people, you have people who attack, you go there, okay. Cool, but not my cup of tea. But when the bell was on, I loved it. I didn't know what was to win, but I didn't care. It was just like the bell, the bet is on, yeah, buddy, woo, it's on. And I remember I had so much fun, and I was like, oh, Dad, you know, the only thing I really like about those races is just the bell. When the bell is on, it's like, yeah, I figured out because you took everything, and I won a ham, I won a battle, and whatever. It was a tire, whatever. It was not for the winning the tire or something. It was just for the game. And my dad's like, all right, I hope you had fun. You're never going to come back again. I'm like, I do good. It's fun. I want to go. He's like, no, this sport I will explain you when you be older. And he never explained me until I turned 18 or 19. I remember I was in a team. He started to tell me, okay, Cedric, you know, when you have your bottle of water, you always put your water. You never take a bottle from someone else. And I start winning some races at the World Cup. And all of a sudden, everything come to place. What my dad was telling me. I had people giving me a bottle of water. And my dad was like, even if you know them, don't take it. And I have all my friends, I get the water. No, I can't. Hey, get that beer. No, I can't. Oh, of course I can. I was getting, for the beer was no problem.
Alcohol kills all the...
Yeah. But I remember, like, oh, what your dad said, be careful. He was just trying to be protect me. And that was cool, I think. And after I realized a lot of stuff when all this crazy stuff happened for cycling, and I was like, oh, my dad probably knew a lot more than he wanted to tell me. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know. I was his son, and he tried to basically tell me, be careful. I don't want to tell you what it is. You will figure out, but be careful. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't get this. Ça ferait pas mal cette photo là pour le début, de genre on se dope pas.